Okay, so now I'm going to show you what should be the last step in your process of editing your film, which should be adding in your music, your voiceovers, your sound effects, all of that kind of stuff, okay? The reason why the music needs to be the last thing that you put in to your film is because all of the other editing will come out in the timeline to be a certain amount of time, okay? And if you insert music too early and then you go and edit something, the timeline in the video up here will move, but not with the audio music layer down here, if that makes sense. Basically what will happen is if I took this clip out right here and I had music that I wanted over this clip right here, this clip would be taken out and the whole entire timeline would move, but nothing would move down here. Okay? So this is just a different area all of itself. It only moves when you tell it to move. So anyway, it gets too complicated if you add in music too early, if that makes any sense at all. But if it doesn't, just know don't add in music until the very end, okay? So let's talk first about balancing sound. I always say the first line of defense in film editing, not just in film editing, but just in theater in general. Sound is your first line of defense. If no one can hear you, you're dead in the water. And the same thing applies to your film. When you show your film and clip, if there are sound issues, that's the first thing people are going to bring up when we talk about what things can be improved in your film. Okay, so it's really important that if you put in music, that you're really able to balance the music and the sound from your video. And I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so first things first. We're going to import audio or music into our project files here. Okay, so this is how we put the music into our project files. So we're just going to click on this. I'm just going to use the sample music right here. I'm going to use this kalimba because I think it's kind of funny sounding. Okay, that's kind of the mood I want to set. Also very important, whatever music it is that you choose, make sure it sets the mood right. Saw a couple films last year where the mood is just ruined by the music choice, okay? So music is very, very important, however, it is the last component, okay? So let's say what I want to do is I want this music to play over this clip right here where we're panning across the classroom. I want it to play all through this. However, when it gets to this clip right here, I don't want it to play. I want it to go to silent. Yeah, so I want silence. I want no music right here. And then let's say I want the music to pick up again right there, only I want the music to be a little bit quieter than before. Okay? So that'll kind of give you an idea of how you insert music where the music completely overpowers the video, how you insert music where it doesn't overpower the video, where we hear stuff from the video more, and how you basically mute everything, okay? So I'm going to take this kalimba track and I'm going to put it, just drag it down to this audio music layer down here and insert it, okay? So here it is, right here. As you can tell, I want the music, let's say, to end right here. As you can tell, the music goes on much longer than how I want it to, okay? And the way that I get rid of the rest of this music is just like how I got rid of video up here. I'm just going to split the clip, just like I did before, okay? So if I press this, it'll split it into two different tracks, okay? I don't necessarily have to use the beginning of the music. I want to in this case, but I don't necessarily have to. I could use this section of it if I really wanted to, but I don't. So I'm just going to take this and I am going to delete. The only thing you need to make sure of is if you're splitting the music, that you need to make sure that you're highlighted on the music, not on the video. Okay, whatever it is highlighted on, that's what it will split. Okay, so like I said, we wanted to make sure that the music overpowered the video in this part, that we didn't hear the music at all or nothing, silence in this part, and that in this part right here, the music down here was on just a little bit, so that we could still kind of hear what's going on in the video. Okay, so since I want to have 3 different levels in this one track of music, I'm going to split it into 3 different areas, okay? So I wanted the music to overpower in this section right here, so I'm going to split the music right there. Okay. I wanted silence in this part, so I'll just split the music right here again. I could just delete this if I wanted to because it's supposed to be silent, but we'll just leave it there for right now. And then I want the music just on just a little right there. Okay? So let me show you how you balance the sound between your video and your music now. Okay? So if I play this right now, you won't be able to hear it, unfortunately, because of the way this recorder program works and everything. It doesn't hear what's coming out from my computer. But if I played this right here, I would hear not only the music from the track, but I would hear the sound from the video as well. So what I'm going to do is, since I want the music to overpower the video in this part, is I'm going to mute the video. And how we do that is we go to this audio layer right here. Okay? You see there's the audio music layer right here where we put all of our music and voiceovers and sound effects and everything. But this right here is the audio that's coming from the video. Okay? So I'm just going to right click on here, and all I need to do is press mute right there. And it will mute the clip, and now when I play it, the music plays, and not the video sound. Okay? Pretty easy. So in this part right here, we wanted silence both from the music and from the video. It's going to do the same thing I did before, mute, and mute. Okay? So now when I play this here, music's still playing, and then we get silence when he's looking at his test right here. And then when the music comes back on right here, we wanted it to be a little bit quieter, okay? And the way that we do this is if we just want music in the background, just right-click and go to Volume right here. And then we can adjust the volume level of the music that is selected right here, okay? So I'm just going to turn the volume down just about right here. You can always redo it if you find that the volume is too soft or something. So now when I play this, you can still hear the music, but it's not as loud. Maybe that sounds a little too loud for me, so maybe I want to turn it down just a little bit more to here instead. And now, play that. Yeah, now it's definitely way down in the background. Okay? You can also use this handy little trick of the volume on the audio from your video as well. If you find that when you get your film onto the computer that the volume of it isn't quite what you wanted it to be, you can right-click right here and go to the volume on your video, and you can adjust the volume level on your video as well, so you can make things a little bit louder if you needed to. In our example right here, it's just white noise. Realize that if you turn up the volume, it's not only going to make the voices louder, but it'll make all the white noise around it louder too. So you want to be conscious and you want to be careful with that. So that's pretty much how you insert music and balance it. Just know that sound is very, very important, and we need to be able to hear all of the important parts. Okay, so just keep that in mind when you're adding sound into your video. Otherwise, it's pretty easy. So there you go.